dark this year.
Time for dinner.
No one thought it could ever happen here. They are an army of international terrorists.
America has not been invaded by a foreign enemy in nearly 200 years.
Their target, America. Their objective, control.
18 hours from now, America will be a different place.
Now, only one thing stands in their way.
It's time to die.
Didn't work, huh? Now it will.
They wanted a war.
See you in hell.
He gave them one.
Send me a postcard.
Chuck Norris. Invasion, U.S.A.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about a film called Invasion, U.S.A. in 1985. A 1 hour and 47-minute action thriller released September 27th, 1985. Storyline. A one-man army comes to the rescue when the United States are invaded by communists. Directed by Joseph Zito. Written by James Bruner, Chuck Norris, and Aaron Norris. Here's the cast. Chuck Norris as Matt Hunter. Richard Lynch as Rostov. Melissa Prophet as McGuire. Alexander Zale as Nico. Alex Colon as Torius. Eddie Jones as Cassidy. And the cast goes on. Wow. I never watched this one back in the 80s. I'm a big Chuck Norris fan. But somehow I must have missed this one. Because he put out Code of Silence the same time and on and so forth. So, I actually watched it for the first time maybe like 2 months ago. This movie has a creepy feel to it, where these nitwits, supposedly communists, somehow get into the United States and wants to cause havoc for the Americans. Rostov, Richard Lynch, great actor, was a leader of these nitwits. Now, we all know that Chuck Norris is an action hero. We all know that, he's going to be the hero of the day. After all, he wrote some of the script along with his son, Aaron. I do not know about this movie. It was good, but it was kind of corny too. Now, mind you, it's 80s cheese, and I love 80s cheese. I'm not saying that. But for one person to take out everyone, even the military was fighting these people, and the military people were getting killed, but also the army was somewhat winning as well. It's just really far-fetched, far out. Of course, most of these action movies are far-fetched. I'm not saying that this is the only one. I mean, it's good. I love Chuck Norris. Some of the scenes where they put a bomb on this bus of kids, and Chuck Norris happens to come by at the right time and takes the bomb and puts it back on the van who dropped it off, and the van blows up. Stuff like that. It ends up at this apartment building, where Chuck Norris is picking them off one by one. You got the military outside fighting the rest of these people who want to join in like idiots. I don't know. Again, I love the 80s cheese. I do. I love 80s films. This movie wasn't bad, but it was really, really far out there for one person. I can't even say that. It's just weird how this movie was made. But that being said, it is the 80s. It's Chuck Norris, an action film. It's not bad. I just find it kind of weird. That being said, this is Gruesome Herzog. I give this film a 6 out of 10. It's watchable, entertaining, especially in the shopping mall during Christmas time. That was cool, though, to see that 80s Christmas season. I miss those days. Trust me. Anyways, that being said, this is Gruesome Herzog, and I'm out of here.
It began with a celebration, shattered by brutal violence. Until Michael Dudikoff, star of American Ninja, became the Avenging Force.
Unhappy. I missed. Gentlemen, Captain Matt Hunter, one of the best agents my department ever had.
He's the only one who can oppose a deadly brotherhood.
They have a hunting club.
A what?
A hunting club. Except they don't hunt animals. They hunt men.
Bring him down.
Now, in the ultimate form of pure savage combat, they are the hunters. And he is the target. In the final confrontation, the deadliest enemy meets the Avenging Force. Avenging Force. When getting even just isn't enough.
In this episode, we're going to go back to the 80s. Avenging Force in 1986. 1 hour and 44-minute action drama. Release September 12th, 1986. Storyline. A senator is targeted by the Pentangle, a right-wing paramilitary group. His pal, a former CIA agent and martial artist, tries to help him. The group kidnaps the agent's sister and tries to hunt him down, the most dangerous game style. Directed by Sam Furstenberg, written by James Booth. Here's the cast. Michael Dudikoff as Captain Matt Hunter, Steve James as Larry Richards, James Booth as Admiral Brown, William Wallace as Wade Delaney, John P. Ryan as Professor Elliot Glastonbury, Carl Johnson as Commander Jeb Wallace, and the cast goes on. Here is an action film from 1986. I loved Michael Dudikoff as the American Ninja back in 85, which I'll be reviewing that sometime in the next near future. But I've never seen this movie until now. Yes, trust me, I couldn't believe it either. Michael Dudikoff is one of these action stars from the early 80s and even in the 90s. Story we just talked about. Steve James, Larry Richards. Steve James is also a great action star as well. His buddy Larry, Captain Hunter's buddy Larry, was running for Senate. Him and his sister and grandfather went to visit the Larry Richards' family's house. They had dinner. Then he went to the Mardi Gras, and that's where all hell broke loose. Larry Richards had 2 sons, and of course a wife, and one of the sons got killed by these nitwits. So Larry and Captain Matt Hunter went looking for him. Typical 80s action film, okay? From Canon. Which I don't care, because I love the 80s horror and I love the 80s action films as well. You know, Charles Bronson, Clint Eastwood, Michael Dudikoff, Jean-Claude Van Damme was a little bit later. Steven Seagal was a little bit later. But basically, you have them hunting these guys down. Now, mind you, beginning of the movie, this group puts people in a game and they hunt them down to kill them. So, the moral of the story here is after Larry gets killed, his wife gets killed, his other kid gets killed, he was forced to play this game with his sister being with him. Now, you know the outcome, obviously. But my thinking is how these kills are going to happen. So, obviously, he wins. But there's some shady stuff in the background that they don't really get into, but you know it's there at the end of the film. So that being said, if you have not seen this film, definitely look for it. I will post a movie below my review. Avenging Force in 1986. I really dug this film. I mean, again, I'm an 80s cheesehead. I love it. And I love the action films from the 80s. So, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. This is Gruesome Herzog. I give this film a 7 out of 10. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Brings back memories as a kid. Not this movie, but the 80s itself. There you go, folks. This is Gruesome Herzog. And I'm out of here.